best thing that a teacher can be is someone who's there ever ready as an assistant, a servant to the student. The student could employ the teacher, and the teacher would be there like ChatGPT, able to provide kind answers and never get bored of doing so, in theory. I said recently on Twitter that I thought one of the better ways to conceive of teaching is someone who is learning out loud in public. That's a teacher. And you see this. You see people actually out there. I've seen a number of people recently, for example, posting their thoughts about what's in the beginning of infinity, what epistemology is. And I think this is great. They're out there, they're showing us them learning this content in real time. They're teaching. So learning something yourself is exactly the same process as what went on in the mind of the person who learnt it for the first time ever in the universe, more or less. Slight caveat. Einstein was passionately interested in a whole bunch of questions about light and so on, and electricity and magnetism. Now, if you want to learn special relativity, you can learn special relativity. What's going on inside your head when you're doing that? When you read the textbook or you listen to the lectures, are the same kind of conjectures and problems, questions, solutions that Einstein would have encountered in some form or another as he was doing it. It's just that he was doing it for the first time ever. He had no one to consult. So you have the benefit of the efficiency of not having to go down the dead-end rabbit holes that Einstein no doubt would have, being the first person ever, the same as Charles Darwin, the first person ever to have figured out evolution by natural selection, would have gone down a whole bunch of dead ends before he figured out, this is the mechanism, this is how it works. And so when you come to evolution by natural selection for the first time and you figure out what this stuff is all about, how you get complexity in the world and survival of the fittest, in scare quotes. When you yourself figure that out, then what your brain is doing is conjecturing the knowledge for the first time inside of your brain, just as Darwin would have done, just as Einstein would have done. So it's the same kind of process, just faster, because you don't have to travel around the Galapagos Islands for months and months looking at tortoises and finches, and eventually, slowly having it dawn upon you, aha, here's the mechanism. Or with Einstein, thought experiments in his own head about what this thing about time dilation, length contraction happens to be, the constancy of the speed of light, how to square that with what he thought he already knew from Newtonian classical mechanics, and having to throw a lot of that into the bin and start from the ground up, basically, with a bunch of new assumptions about how reality was constituted. He had to conjecture that. And it had to be a very difficult shift in perspective, which is what you get as a student of special relativity, a grand shift in perspective, which is exciting and thrilling. And that's why I implore people to study something like special relativity, for no other reason than it's just really exciting and fun and interesting to appreciate the fact that time is not constant, despite our experience of it.